story. In our first story, Kamativi Mining Company has invested 200 million United States dollars in 2 phases that will see the mining firm setting up processing facilities that include construction of a lithium salt plant and a solar power plant.
The mining firm, which has injected a new lease of life into the Kamativ community, is riding on a high expansion budget. Kamativ Mining Company is targeting to produce 130,000 tons of ore and build and operationalize a processing plant for value addition and beneficiation through a 200 million United States dollars capital injection.
For plan, we plan to produce 160,000 tons of the different concentrates in the whole year of 2024. And we plan to sell 130,000 tons of the different concentrates. And also the recovery ratio of the manufacturing processing will be more than 55.
Employment levels at the mining firm have also risen from just 67 to above 200 employees and created more than 1,000 jobs indirectly.
MC has created jobs, direct and thousands indirect through its contractors. So I think here you can visualize that will create thousands of jobs for locals and 200 for other or from outside the province.
Recently, KMC commissioned phase 1 of its modern lithium processing plant in a significant step for Zimbabwe's mining industry and its aspirations to become a major player in the global green energy revolution. Once a vibrant mine, known for tin production, the closure of Kamativ mine back in 1994 created a ghost town, which the Second Republic is resuscitating through the re-engagement and engagement drive. Mhlomuli Ncube, ZBC News, Hwange.
Opposition Citizens Coalition for Change, Secretary Sengezo Chabangu has filed a High Court application seeking to stop 23 candidates from using the party name in the February 3rd by-elections. That report.
In his application filed at the High Court this Friday, the CCC Interim Secretary General is seeking an interdict from the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission (ZAC) and the Ministry of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs to exclude 23 candidates from ballot papers, citing they have since ceased to be members of the CCC party. Chabangu also argues that the candidates who were recalled last year have not been readmitted into the party, hence they should not contest under the CCC banner. Among the recalled candidates are Mkoba North candidate Amos Chibaya, Pelandaba Chabalala candidate Gift Ostalo Siziba, and Goromonzi South candidate Stephen Chagwiza. Chabangu also praised that the High Court may set aside the decisions of the nomination court and grant the consequential relief. The CCC Interim Secretary General also submitted that ZEC erred by allowing the candidate's nomination to stand, since another High Court ruling earlier made it clear that recalled legislators cannot represent the CCC party. Last year, Chabangu contested at the High Court and won the challenge ahead of the December 9 by-elections, which resulted in 22 candidates being removed from the ballot. Analysts concur the chaos in the CCC has cost the opposition outfit its traditional seats after the ruling ZANU-PF party won 6 out of the 9 constituencies contested in the 9 December by-elections. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
A memorial service for the late Liberation War hero, broadcaster and diplomat Ambassador Thomas Mandigora was held in Harare yesterday. Ambassador Thomas Mandigora died in May last year.
War veterans, government officials, family and friends have paid tribute to the late Ambassador Thomas Mandigora, describing him as a visionary who contributed immensely to national development. Ambassador Mandigora succumbed to effects of a stroke at the age of 68 last year.
He was a visionary who thought ahead, who stood out. And it was only when you got to know him that you understood what type of person he was.
Colleagues said the former Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe Chief Executive Officer was a dedicated cadre who contributed immensely to the country's liberation and media development.
I had the pleasure to work with Ambassador Mandigora during his so diplomatic posting to Botswana. At a time when I was also an ambassador in neighboring Namibia, we used to share a lot. I could phone him anytime, ask advice. We could share a lot, trying to promote our country.
Zvinotaura munhu akanga akaibva mune nyaya yemupfungwa nekuda kwenyika yake nedonzo rekuti tiri kuenda kupi. Hazvina kupera ikoko, vashami vakauya vakati tikaseta department re-information and publicity chitora ruzivo rwavo yanga munovaziva vanga vari vemutaundi vaiziva nyaya dzebroadcast takuhondo. Tikatora shoko rehondo tikariisa pabroadcast radio yedu yairidza na8 Tomi autaura news chichatonga utaura news ini ndotaura comment.
Vanhu vanofunga kuti kuhondo kwakaendwa nemapenzi, kwakaendwa nevanhu vanga vasiri sharp, kwakaendwa nevanhu vanga vashaya chekuita, kwakaendwa nevanhu vanopenga. Here is a man who left everything.
Vamandigora vanga vakamirira vanhu kuZBC akabva nguva yedu isusu asina musha, asina imba, asina stands.
Ambassador Mandigora joined the liberation in 1976 from Highfield and crossed into Mozambique through Chifre Kaitangwenas area. After independence, Ambassador Mandigora worked for the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation ZBC from 1980 to 1982 as head news and current affairs. He also worked as chief editor for news at the National Broadcaster between 1985 and 1986 before assuming the role of director news and current affairs between 1988 and 1991. Ambassador Mandigora served as Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe Chief Executive Officer between 2001 and 2005 before being appointed Zimbabwe's ambassador to Botswana in 2005. Patience Nyagato, ZBC News, Harare.
And now we celebrate Mbuya Stella Chiweshe's artistic exploits in our Aman African feature. Up next. And our decorated local media, we'll take that from the top. Looks like we have our frozen teleprompt. There we are. Decorated local Mbira musician Mbuya Stella Chiweshe was one of the best artists to emerge from Africa after a distinguished career which saw her earning international acclaim. That report next.
Born Stella Rambisai Chiweshe Nekati on the 8th of July 1946 in Mondoro, the late Mbira songstress learned to play Mbira in the 1960s at a time when there were social taboos against women playing the instrument and colonial restrictions on cultural activities. The self-drive caught the eye of her uncle, who taught her how to play the instrument when many acclaimed instrumentalists shunned him.
I made many Mbira makers angry because they were asking me, what do you think I am to make Mbira for a woman? And so to find a teacher was also not easy if it wasn't of my mother's uncle who taught me. So this is how I learned Mbira.
Her tenacity saw Mbuya Stella Chiweshe becoming a groundbreaking musician who paved way for female Mbira musicians to make it in a previously male-dominated arena. Given this background, it was no surprise that she supported the nationalist movement and women's rights at the height of the liberation struggle in the 1970s. Her career as a recording artist began in 1974 with the release of the single Kasawa by Till Records, which meant gold. She went on to join the National Dance Company of Zimbabwe in 1981, playing the Mbira, where she got an opportunity to embark on an international tour. As if to confirm that she was the best in the business, Mbuya Chiweshe amplified her Mbira and introduced electric instruments to her supporting band. The fusion of her music with guitars saw her breaking new ground on the international stage, and in no time she was Zimbabwe's cultural ambassador. Mbuya Chiweshe embarked on a tour of Europe in 1983 before going on to release 7 albums, which all received international acclaim. The year 1985 was the birth of her first group, the Earthquake Band, before going on to record 2 revolutionary songs, Chimurenga and Nehondo, in 1988. The late Mbira Guru was also instrumental in the formation of the Zimbabwe Musicians Union. Mbuya Chiweshe fell in love with Germany, where she set up base. She also toured England 2004 with her daughter, where the revered musician was known for her spiritual presence on stage. The late Mbira Heavyweight, who was a Pan-Africanist and cultural ambassador par excellence, performed in numerous countries, including Greece, Turkey, Austria, Mozambique, Australia, Germany, Switzerland, Bulgaria, Yugoslavia, India, China, and Korea. She also had several awards to her name, including the prestigious Billboard Music Award of 1993 for the Adult Alternative World Music Album of the Year, Kumusha. Mbuya Chiweshe also received the Zimbabwe Music Silver Jubilee Award for being the outstanding female musician who contributed to the growth of the local music industry from 1980 to 2005. She also received the Zimbabwe Music Silver Jubilee Mbira Artist at the same event. Mbuya Chiweshe was also a 3-time National Arts Merit Award winner, having received the NAMA in 2006, 2020, and 2021. The Queen of Mbira succumbed to brain cancer on the 20th of January 2023, leaving behind a rich musical legacy.
The ZANU-PF Women's League has challenged the church to be active participants in national development programs that seek to uplift livelihoods.
Led by ZANU-PF Secretary for Women Affairs, Comrade Mebo Chinomona, the ruling party's women's wing graced the Mugodi Apostolic Faith Church in Warren Park, Harare this Sunday as part of its initiative to propel development initiatives. Comrade Chinomona challenged congregants, particularly women, to take advantage of the national development programs being rolled out by government.
Bishop 2024 igore rekupowa handili igore rekupowa asi kupowa unotokowa zvawakashanda haukowa zvomwe tiri kuzwanana.
The church applauded the ruling party for fulfilling its election promises after being empowered through swing machines.
Pane zvakawanda zvamakataura kuti madhemu tichagadzira, marodhi tichagadzira, kana nyaya yemagetsi kunyanya wandoko takanzwa nyaya yenyu yekugona kubata basa ikoko zvikabuda zvakadii zvakanaka. Mabasa ose iwaya tinototi kuzadziswa kwezvinhu zvakavimbiswa. Joshua marimwe zuva akutaura oda kuinda paya akataura kuti zvese zvamakavimbiswa zvichazadziswa.
The ZANU-PF Women's League has been at the forefront in rolling out women's self-help projects, which include production of confectionaries and detergents, while some have benefited through the Driving Schools program. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
Sunday edition takes a break. We return with more after this.
Everybody's favorite fried chicken is closer than you think. Now you don't have to travel far for your finger-licking fix. The home of the original recipe chicken is growing and moving into your hood. Look out for our new restaurants and we'll KFC you soon.
I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look bright. I'm gonna tell you why my clothes look clean. I'm gonna tell you why they smell so nice. I'm feeling fresh, you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of oxy bleach with a nice perfume that will leave your clothes looking rich and have you feeling good. Aloha, yeah. Aloha. You need to try Aloha.
Aloha washing powder. Say hello to fresh.
Stay in touch without visiting a NASA office. Your time is important. That is why we value it. Simply dial 402 to access assistance from wherever you are. We encourage making use of our self-service portal on https://selfservice.nasa.org.zw, our social media handle at NASAZW, or send us an email on contactcenter@nasa.org.zw.
The meaning of life is not to simply exist, but to move ahead. To rise up and achieve. To conquer. Introducing Kung Fu Energy Drink, your push for the next conquest. Kung Fu Energy Drink. Master the power.
Yes, no, yeah. Got so much to do from now. Do not let the fire die. Just let the fun go on.
Wildcat. Untamed energy.
Welcome back to Sunday Edition. A 14-year-old boy is making waves in the city of Bulawayo with his rare gift of imitating human voices and animal sounds. We get more in our This and That feature.
His name is Sasha Makoni, and at just 14, the teenage boy is already the darling of the city of kings and queens. While the gender-neutral name Sasha means defender or helper of mankind, this one is more of an entertainer because of his rare ability to fine-tune his voice and pass for any.
Indani emntonyeni first ukuze libhilive ukuthi liqiniso akulalutho anti.
Through his unique inborn ability, Sasha can do it all. From imitating the sounds of animals to pets, his gift is unmatched.
Akathesise ngifuna ukukhuluma njengomuntu omdala. Anti libone emntwana
Namba be-ZBC. Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. Salibonga abantu bakobulawayo. Sithi phambili ngomsebenzi.
Lokho mina ukukhala nje odoli lokho ngiyagoqa ulimi, yabo? Ngiyagoqa ulimi. Ikho ibone movies ulimi ngiyalugoqa.
The Form 2 teenager's incredible talent has also opened doors for him in the entertainment circles, where he is performing at weddings and parties.
Kade sengikhala njenganje omdlwana.
He is also a source of pride for his mother, Rosemary Chiro, who has been Sasha's #1 fan from the lockdown of 2020 when he was doing it for fun.
La eku grade 5 2020 ngesikhathi se-COVID lapha. Ngintime nxa sekuyisikhathi sokuthi bephume esikolo
abangane bakhe bethi Sasha sicela usenzele lokha ethi nxa engambona mina ehleyekele manje so nginase ngimkhuthaza ngathi hayi ungawari ngami go ahead esenzela abantu ethi abantu nxa befuna ukuthi bemenzele ethi esithi imali worry is about 175 ngathi thatha imali leyo uyosibhadalela ifees wabhadala ifees ngemali yakhe nale from there on wakontinue nje. Now he's free to do whatever he wants.
The sky is indeed the limit for Sasha, who has big dreams of taking his talent beyond Bulawayo. Lisa Masuku, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
What fascinating young talent. We'll be back with Sport Buzz after this break.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care if they know the truth about how much I care for you. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. There's nothing.
Show some love to your fabrics with Boom Bubble Plus washing powder with powerful dirt-fighting enzymes and special color protection, whiter whites and brighter colors. Boom, and the dirt is gone.
Welcome back straight into sports. It was a heartache for Zimbabwe as they lost the first T20 to Sri Lanka on the last ball in a nerve-wracking match played this Sunday in Colombo.
The Chevrons have a knack of raising hopes of its fans before quickly dropping them down. Sonia Yetsofa is a term that aptly describes Zimbabwe's situation in cricket right now, as the Chevrons are lost by 3 wickets to Sri Lanka. Many times they find themselves in good positions but eventually fail to kill off the game. For once, Zimbabwean batters put on a decent score after managing 143 runs in their allotted 20 overs, with captain Sikandar Raza once again leading from the front with a well-played 62. The bowlers did a good job up front and had Sri Lanka in deep trouble at the end of the 14th over, having lost 6 wickets for 83 runs. Then the experienced pair of Angelo Matthews and Dushan Shanaka proved what experience can do as they took the game to the last over and found timely boundaries in the process to keep the game alive and reached the target with the final ball. In the end, luck did play its part as well, but once again Zimbabwe found a way to lose a match from a winning position. The visitors seemed favourites to win at the end of the 15th over with Sri Lanka 87 for 6, but the home side managed to pick up at least one boundary every over during the final 5 overs. Zimbabwean spinners were top-notch as they conceded just 38 runs off 9 overs and picked up 4 crucial wickets. The two sides meet again for the second T20 this Tuesday. Lawrence Trusera, ZBC News, Harare.
Well, we've come to the end of the Sunday edition. For myself, Liam Bernard, Peaceway, Shomanika.
And I'm Mandy from Cheche. Good night.
Good night.